Okay, ji. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear student, welcome after the midterm. This is your first lecture after the midterm and ninth in the total array. Uh, in the previous lectures before the midterm, we have covered almost all the protection systems, that is the overcurrent protection, distance protection, differential protection, and of course pilot relaying scheme that we have discussed in detail. Okay, now we come to this equipment protection. By equipment, I mean transformer, motors, generator. These are equipments, simple one equipment, right? So the first equipment which we take is transformer protection. Now, gentlemen, brief history of the protection system of the transformer. The transformer was first introduced in the power system supply in the last decade of 19th century to enable electricity to be transmitted, distributed at relatively high voltage to consumer economically. Now, induction type relay with inverse time current characteristics, which we have covered in the previous uh, course before the midterm characteristic, we have discussed this. What type of characteristic is this? And we have drawn the curve, inverse curve. We have drawn that curve there. Were manufactured by Brown Bowery. These are the two person Brown and Bowery who patented, of course, this, and still they are manufacturers these type of relays. And the other two men, C.H. Morse and B. Preuss, patented the current differential scheme. They are still used. That relay, which is inverse current, that is inverse time current characteristic, is IDMT relay. Naturally, it is known by the IMT relay. Inverse definite minimum time relay, and differential scheme have been used for relatively large transformers. This we will discuss in the section coming. Okay, ji. In 1938, harmonic bias relay was introduced to ensure that differential scheme would not be maloperated when the initial high surges of current flow in the primary of the transformer which received the differential protection. These surges flow for very short duration and reaches high peaks when the transformer is first energized. Okay, ji. Now Ellen Buchholz had developed a relay which detects the production of gases and also oil surges, mostly used in Europe and Canada. In America, these relays are not used. Instead, they use the thermal overload relay. Even in Pakistan, it's my practical experience that in some cases, even in Pakistan, thermal overload relays are used. Uh, Gentlemen, this relay is not basically an electrical relay, it is basically a mechanical device, a mechanical relay. And the detail of this relay, which is normally named after the inventor Buchholz relay, will be covered in this course, inshallah, in this chapter also. Transformer, gentlemen, transformers are static devices totally enclosed and generally oil immersed. Therefore, chances of faults occurring on them are very rare. But the consequences of even a rare fault may be very serious unless the transformer is quickly disconnected from the system. Okay, so this was the brief introduction of the transformer and general overview of the protection system which are used for the transformer. Now the next is common transformer faults. Number one, open circuits. Number two, overheating. Number three, winding short circuit, that is earth fault, face to face fault, and inter current fault. Okay, open circuit fault. An open circuit fault relatively Harness on occurrence of such fault, the transformer may be disconnected manually from the system, and necessary repair work should be done. Winding short circuit. This fault is further is divided into the following types: earth fault, interface fault or phase fault, inter-turn fault, and inter-winding fault. Number one, earth fault. The fault occur for this type of fault depend on the voltage to earth, a fault at fault positions, and the impedance in the fault path. Now you see here with this figure, we have shown the primary winding, which has NP turns, and we have secondary winding, which is NS turn. And now this is the fault position, or this is the fault point, and the turn between the fault position and earth is NF. NF are the turn between the fault position and the earth. Therefore, the fault current which will be flowing in this is Vs multiplied by Nf divided by NSRE. Now, gentlemen, you see how we get this one. If we say we take Vs by Vns, so this is the voltage per turn. This is the voltage per turn divided by Re, which is of course this one. So Vs divided by N is the voltage per turn. Okay. Now the voltage between this point and the earth is equal to the voltage per turn, which is Vs divided by Ns multiplied by the total turn Nf. So this is the total voltage between the fault point and the earth. Vs Nf divided by Ns and divided by Re. Re is the resistance between the fault point and the earth. You understand this? Okay. Even you see it, if you don't understand, then we will clear this point in the, during the interaction class. Okay. Now interface fault. Now this fault is between two phases. It is not involving the earth. So this fault cannot occur on large transformer, large three-phase transformer. Why? This is because I explained this point to you in the previous course, that large transformers, the single phase winding is mounted in separate container. So we have three container containing three-phase winding. So there is no direct connection between the two phases. So therefore, no chance of the fault between the phases. You understand my point? I explained this point when we are considering the power system, that either the three phases will be mounted on one, let's say, core, and it will be mounted in one container. This is one. When we have large transformer, due to heavy volume or large volume, individual phases are station are in one container. So one phase in one container, second phase in another container, and third phase in the other container. So therefore, there is no direct connection between these phases. Therefore, interface fault cannot occur on such transformers. This may occur in which windings are mounted on a single core. This is the point that I explained to you. Because the voltage exists between phases, the current is usually large. So naturally, because when two phases are directly short circuited, the resistance between the two is very much less, or even reaching zero. Therefore, we may expect a very high fault current. Okay. Now C is inter-turn fault. As the number of turns of transformer are separated from each other due to some reasons, there may be some leakage of current flow between the two turns. Gentlemen, two turns in a transformer are not at the same potential normally. There's also phase difference. Phase difference, and there's also voltage difference between the voltage between the two turns. So there's always a small voltage exists between the two currents. So if due to any reason the insulation between the two turns is punctured or is weakened or is lost, there may be small leakage current between the two turns. This type of faults are called inter-turn faults. Okay. Now, interwinding fault. Now, gentlemen, this type of fault you see in some transformer, we have a bunch of turns. They are separated. That is, the total winding is separated into different sections. Let's say, for example, in this figure shown, we have total winding. It is 3 sections. Each winding is separated from the other winding by providing certain insulation between these two windings. So sometimes the insulation between these two windings is damaged. Therefore, since these windings is not one turn, but these are windings very consisting of so many turns, there's always current flows between these two windings. So therefore, there is chance the current may flow if the insulation between these individual turn is damaged. So these type of faults are called interwinding fault. So one is of course earth fault, one is of course phase fault between two phases, one is of course between two turns, inter-turn fault, and one is of course interwinding fault. Now all these are summarized, all these faults are summarized in this particular you may say figure. You see in the first of this, you see we have inter-turn fault. This is fault between the two turns. And this is of course the second one, interwinding fault. And the third one is of course earth fault. Earth fault, this is of course the earth fault. Okay, now causes of internal and external faults. Overheating, number one. Number two, over voltage operation. And number three, operation at frequency above or below the nominal value. Now these may be the causes of fault on the transformer. Gentlemen, as I've told you that transformer is a stationary element, therefore the chances of fault in the transformer or on the transformer are very rare. But still we cannot totally omit the chances of fault. Like in generator it is a rotating equipment and there may be a lot of problems, mechanical problems and electrical problem, all that, and we will cover those part when we go to the chapter of generator protections. Now coming to the very important part of this course, that is application of protective scheme for transformer. Now gentlemen, with this scenario, as far as the protective scheme is concerned, the transformers are divided into three groups: low rating transformer, middle rating transformer, and high rating transformer. A high rating, middle rating, and of course low rating transformers. The protective equipment used for transformer depend upon the rating and importance of the transformers. Single phase and three phase transformer used at voltage level up to 33 kV are normally protected by fuses. Now the second category of this is inverse time current IDMT over current earth fault relays are used for the second category, that is the middle rating transformers, IDM3 relays or overcurrent relays are normally used on both primary and secondary side. Now, differential scheme or current differential scheme. Now, this transformer or this protection is used for all big transformer, either used in grid station or of course in power houses. This type of protection has been used since early of the century. Now, in the figure below, we have shown a simple arrangement of the protection system that is providing differential protection for individual winding. We have a delta winding at one side and we have a star winding on the other side, and each winding of this is protected by a separate differential protection. This is for first phase, this is for second phase, this is for third phase on the primary side, and this is of course on the secondary side. We have three different scheme of protection for each phase. Now gentlemen, if you see this arrangement, there are about 12 CTs are required for this. 6 CTs on the primary side, that is delta side, and 6 CTs on the secondary side. This number is too large. This number is too large. Therefore, another type of Merz price differential protection for transformer is used, which reduces the number of CT to 6. 3 CTs on the primary side on one side and 3 CTs on the other side, that is, let's say, secondary side. Now you see, this will be explained with the help of this diagram. You see, on one side we have delta connection, and on the other side we have Y connection, that is star connection. Now, since we are comparing in this differential scheme, we are comparing the line current on one side to the line current of the other side. Let's say the line current here is to be compared with the line current on the Y side here. So therefore, accurate comparison cannot be possible in this way if we connect the CT on one side and the CT on the other side in the same fashion, because the line current on the Y side is the same as the phase current. Because in star connected transformer, the line current is same as the phase current. IL is equal to IP. But on the delta side, it is not so. The line current is the summation of two phase current. The line current is not the same as the phase current, or line current and 3 under root the phase current if the system is balanced. Otherwise, you can calculate the line current by taking the different phase difference of the two phase currents. So, to perform accurate comparison, all CT on the delta side, you see CT number 1, CT number 2, CT number 3, they are connected in star. And all CT on the Y side, they are connected in delta. This is now, of course, the remedy for that one, that if you want to compare the line current of one side to the line current of other side for a delta star connected transformer. Gentlemen, if we have a YY transformer, or let's say if we have a delta transformer, so it doesn't matter whether you connect and star, doesn't matter, right? On both sides you can perform similar type of connection, either star or delta on both sides. But this is only, of course, used when we have two winding with different type of connection. One is delta and one is star, and I've explained this point to you that you have to compare the line current on one side to the line current on the other side. Therefore, accurate comparison only possible that if we connect all the CT on the delta side in star fashion and all the CT on the star side in delta fashion, so that accurate comparison is possible. Now you see here, this since you have already covered this topic, differential protection, in the previous course, so therefore it is the same type of biased differential protection, percentage differential protection, or delta Y transform. And you see we have a restraining winding represented by R, and we have operated uh, winding that is represented by O. So of course, this is normally used. Simple deflection is never used in practice. Rather, bias differential protection is basically used. So if there is any imbalance of current because of the different characteristicity, this may be overcome. This may be overcome with the help of these providing these restraining torque. So that if the operating torque is more than the restraining torque by a certain percentage, then of course the relay operates. Otherwise, it doesn't operate. So I think we stop here. You just go through all these slides and note your question when we have interaction class next week or this week on Wednesday. Then we will discuss those points. And if you any other queries, any other question, I will take all your question at that particular interaction class. Thank you very much.